Hey there guys, and welcome to the start of my FIFA 21 Villareal career mode, major career. Of course, if you know Villareal, they won the Europa League final this year, beating Manchester United. As a Man U fan, that hurt, but I can accept that Unai Emery has put together an amazing squad, and I want to be put into Unai's shoes. Literally, I've made Unai Emery in this, and try and take them to the top of European football and to the glory of lifting old Big Ear's Champions League trophy. So here's my settings here: 7-minute quarters, loose negotiation. We're going to try and have some fun with that. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Looking at the squad, you notice there's a lot of older players. Of course, there's a few exceptions. Chukwueze, I think that's how it's pronounced. Young Nigerian player on the wing, yeah, and a few younger players in there as well. Not too much depth, but if we're ever in a cup competition where we don't really need to play, then we can always have a lot of young talent developing, and yeah, just having that a lot of development and depth there, going pretty good. So we've got a big dead weight that we might have to get out. Of course, just adjusting the budget. We'll try and sell a lot of players before we start making any moves. A lot of players in their early to mid 30s, which we may want to be shipping off and getting younger equivalents to them. So if you see here, these are some of the targets that I may want to be getting. The main ones being Alexander Isak and Florian Wirtz. I also thought Declan Rice as well could be a good for our midfield, or maybe convert into a centre back because he is still young. First transfer we're going to be making is of Carlos Bacca. I don't know if that's pronounced correct, sorry Colombian viewers, but it doesn't really matter how it's pronounced because we're going to be selling him, so we won't have to see him for pretty much the rest of the series. We are negotiating with, I'm not sure, Marseille. We're negotiating with Marseille, so they're for 7.2 mil. We want to be up in that a little bit because while he is 33, he still has some value at 77 overall. So we're going to try and up that to about 8 mil. Should bolster up, get rid of some dead weight in the side, and also be able to get more money to bring in some younger and overall just better players. So Marseille around that price, and Bassa, or however you say it, is out of the club. We will never have to speak of him again. And the second one is a player who I also cannot pronounce his name, from Romania. He can't develop. Yes, he is young. I could have put him on a loan list, but he won't be developing, so I just decided to take the money while I can and sell him off. Wolfsburg coming in with an offer for Jerome Costa. I think that's how it's pronounced. So we're going to meet with the German side's representative. Wolfsburg also going to be in the Champions League as well as Villareal in 2021-2022. So two sides on the up, two sides in the top 5 doing well. So we're going to be selling Jerome Costa for about 9 mil. They did start off with an offer of 8.7, but we bolstered that to around 9.2, 9.3. Of course, they're in pounds. I think we have like 2 younger guys at left and right back who can play both sides. So yeah, we don't really need to worry about that. They agree on that price tag, and we get a little bit more money for getting rid of some dead weight. Next up is we're going to be selling another player to Barcelona, one of our older players on the side. Again, Barcelona just keep buying so many older players. Of course, you got Aguero coming in on a free, but now they're actually going to try and buy Raul, however you say the last name. Don't know why. Koeman's completely lost his mind in this game, but yeah, I guess Luis Suarez was just too old then, wasn't it? But they ground their price tag. We get a good amount of money for somebody who's going to be going down like really quickly. I mean, he's 34, only 82. It's not worth it. But one of our main strikers actually got injured in I think it was one of the preseason games or one of the practice drills. So it wasn't too much. It was just a bruised shoulder, I think it was. So it was enough to keep him in the side, and you'll see when we start making our first transfers, we will have enough depth there anyway, because I'm thinking of bringing in a certain somebody, but you'll see on the next clip, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. Should be back to the start of the La Liga season. So we going in, this is what I was referring to 20-year-old wonder boy Alexander Isak from Sociedad, so it is relatively realistic. They want 35.7 and a sell-on clause of 10%. I don't plan on selling Isak, but the sell-on clause, just in the very rare scenario which I do, I don't want to have that much of a sell-on, so I just went for the 5% and kept it at 35.7 because I don't want to haggle too much. And they've accepted, so we just need to agree the wages with Isak himself, and we should have ourselves one of the brightest young stars in the game. But before we get to that, we are going to be selling some more older wood. Not too old, he's only 26, but of course with the inclusion of Isak, we don't really need that many strikers anyway. We've already got Moreno coming back from an injury, and he'll do the job as well alongside, because we're on a 4-4-2, so having those two up at the top would be pretty good, so we don't really need that. Don't really need him as well, so yeah, Isak's agreed on a 4-year, no signing bonus, and he is officially a Villareal player. So next up is selling our 31-year-old keeper, because we have a keeper who's only 2 overall, but is about 4 years younger, so we can get much more out of him. I could regret doing that, but that's just part of the game. So next up, selling Gomez. Doing this because we're going to bring his replacement after this. You'll see who that is. Much younger and around the same rating. I think only 2 less. But we sell him to Atalanta, who of course signed with Pez recently. So not sure what their future is with FIFA for that. So next up, we're going to be bringing in 17-year-old German wonder boy from Bayer Leverkusen, Florian Wirtz. Not sure if that's pronounced correctly, but he is basically the Mason Greenwood of German football. I guess you could say it like that, but yeah, so they want a 3% selling clause. I'm absolutely okay with that, and only 5 mil above the actual valuation. So we, of course, accept that offer. And now we're negotiating with the man himself and his agent. He wants a rotation squad role. That's really surprising, but I'm not going to complain. Probably because just how FIFA works and having better players up on the side. So he agrees to that. Don't know why you wouldn't. Next up, I'm going to be going in for a 5-year deal. Of course, you want to do this with Wonder Kids a lot. Locked them up for future investments. Well, not future investments, just lock them up for the future so that other teams don't come in. No release clause because they can get you in a lot of trouble. Then the wages, we're going to pull out in at SGG, and we're going to remove the appearance bonus because this always works. And that should be signed, and that's going to be the end of part 1. So that's just going through the preseason. Next episode, we're going to have another signing, and we're also going to be starting the La Liga season with Villareal. So thank you for watching. If you have any advice, then please comment below, and goodbye.